picking up where we left off about indie culture. Tell me, do you think the small business music person is winning these days? Is the independent scene growing?
I would say yes and no. I remember the mid-90s and coming to my label deal, waiting for the day where the middleman would not be a part of it, mainly the label. That I could have a way to manufacture my music and get it directly to the people that want to hear it. We are at that era now. Now the problem is that the middleman is the one that has the distribution still. And so, the dilemma that we have now is though, the middleman is having a hard time convincing us to turn our works over to them because they can't do as much for us as they used to, because radio, which you should be a big part of, does not mean anywhere near what it used to mean. The tracking of what people are listening to does not have anywhere near the impact that it used to have. And video did kill the radio star, and that was 30 years ago. And now in these new models of radio, really don't pay the artists very well for the rotation.
Streaming radio.
Streaming radio. So, you know, there was a million spins. I'm not going to name any names, but there was an 80s band, very popular band, indie band. My friend played with them, and a legacy that they should be very proud of. They were one of the kings of indie rock. I'll name them after we turn off the film. But one of the members was railing against Spotify, in fact that his royalty checks were just not what they were. Now,
Radiohead was one of those groups.
Well, this is the thing. Now, here's the thing. There are some artists in some genres where radio hasn't been important, hasn't broken any artists, hasn't paid anybody's bills in decades.
That's right.
So, I'll say probably classical artists, jazz artists, and blues artists are probably artists that feel that way about it. I mean, okay? So, the fact that you're 52 years old and all you can play is rock guitar, and now this revenue stream is being dried up, you sound like the guy who's still trying to have steam trains. Trains have moved on. You don't have steam trains anymore. There's no money in radio anymore. You have to figure out something else. And that's the sad, or actually the brilliant reality of it. It just chooses, it's your glass half full, half empty. What's your one going to be?
Radio was never that friendly to independent
Come on,
artists.
so are you really that sad to see them go? So to him, on those artists, I'm glad that you had so much success in that cricket game that was radio. But I'm not going to feel that sorry for you.
Right.
It's over.
But internet is starting to become something, and I don't mean Spotify and all these other things that, you know, pay $10 for a million spins.
Yes, that's not.
Why can't there be something that's a showcase online that pays the artist?
Well, this is the thing, no? And here it is. I'll tell you what I think it is, but I'm not going to tell you on camera.
Okay.
So that's all I'll say about that. But no, I'll just say I don't have a defeatist attitude about it. I have no reason to have one about it. I'm not the first American artist to face adversity in trying to get his product to market. And in some respects, the people that do have complaints, what Americans, You know, there are certain artists that used to fill out places and couldn't walk in the front of them, even though their names were on the marquee. You sound kind of silly complaining about your situation. I'm sorry. These were big, innovative artists that people copied. Did I make that up? No. So just remember that when you have a complaint about, you know, what the situation is. And what did they do? I know they didn't quit. That was like an option to them. And I'm just going to be focused more on this and look for more how I can stay in it. You know, cry about why nobody wants to buy my 8 tracks anymore. It's ridiculous.
So you're for people downloading your music for free?
I am down for it, and I'll tell you why. Because Grateful Dead, if Jay was still alive, they'd be still the top grossing concert act.
Yeah, right.
Everybody keeps their ass. The lot of music was free, and they encourage people to take their show. Maybe
Give them your friends for free.
So maybe you just give the people a good show and got your merch together. Maybe it's not all the hype and the hoopla. Maybe the middleman not telling all those lies about you. You don't need that. You just need a real sincere music experience. How about that? That's all the Beatles really were offering their people. So Sly Stone. Yeah, there was a lot of hype and hoopla. But they really went there and sang their songs and played their ass off. That's what they did.
Thank you, Harley.